Hello everybody, I'm your host Jessie, and today I am in the middle of town in Fort Payne, Alabama, at a very unassuming historical site that most people don't even know is here. This has been an historical site for the Trail of Tears. This is a place of a historic cabin site where Native American Cherokee Indians were held as they were fixing to go on the Trail of Tears. So come with me as we explore this historical place. This historical home site used to belong to a Cherokee Indian, and this place was taken over and used as part of a camp, basically, for Native Americans to be held and gathered to be pushed on to the Trail of Tears. And this site has had archaeological digs done, many amazing things found. If you'll go down to the description of my video down below, you'll see at least 2 different pages of sites where you can read a little bit more about the place. You can see some of the artifacts found and learn more of the history. Today I am here to explore this place for a little bit of the paranormal side. I came here last night, conducted an investigation. Unfortunately, my camera malfunctioned and I lost most of my footage. But what's something amazing that happened, I don't know if you can see down in the chimney, I have a tiny little ball. Now that ball is called like a ghost ball. I purchased it at the old historic South Pittsburgh Hospital. Rarely ever, I've never seen the thing go off as far as mine goes. I've seen someone else's go off. Last night I laid it there. That sucker went off several times and I hate it that I lost that footage. So I've come back today, placed the ball there, and I have my K2 meter and my REM pod set up to see if we get any action here at this chimney, which is all that is left of this historic cabin. Now this cabin dates back to the 1800s. I believe the cabin was still here until maybe the 40s. At some point, they did make this part of the landmarks of DeKalb County. There is an old well over here that they discovered in 2007 that they date back to the time of the cabin. So you can imagine, you know, all these years not finding this well to 2007. So you will see later on in this video night vision of me looking down into that well. It's incredible how they made that well. This is a very peaceful little section. There's benches. There's actually a picnic table out here if you want to come out and enjoy it. This place is beautiful in the summer. You know, the trees are bare right now, but the trees are usually really, really pretty in the summer. If you're interested to see what this place looks like in the summer, one of my very first videos was made here. I think it was like maybe my third video ever made. Before I had paranormal equipment, I just came out and I walked around. I read the information off the signs. I'll have a link for that as well in the description and on my end screen if you're interested in watching that video. So right now, guys, what I'd like to do is turn on the Necrophonic app and see what we get. I was here last night. I didn't get hardly anything off the spirit box. I got some amazing answers from the dowsing rods. I was told there was at least 5 spirits here. Most of them were the soldiers and not so much the Indians. They told me they were not quite at peace. And they also said that Mr. PAYNE himself was here. Now this place was actually called Willstown. My REM pod's going off. It could possibly, I think it's just the temperature gauge. The wind is blowing, so I'm not going to put too much stock in that right now. This place was called Willstown at the time of the gathering of the Indians here to take them on the Trail of Tears. Now, General PAYNE was the man that was put in charge of gathering the Indians. And this particular area, like I said, is where they were held. And it became known as Fort PAYNE. And after that, that's how the town changed the name from Willstown to Fort PAYNE. So, like I said, this place is very unassuming. Most people don't even know it's here. It's right between 2 very busy streets. It's between a tire center and Alpha, right up the road from a Sonic. And for many years, I did not know this was here. And so it's just an amazing place to come visit. It's part of a trail you can take if you want to go like on a little pilgrimage. Follow the footsteps of the Indians. You can visit this site. You can visit a local cemetery that is still old. There is a Ross house that still stands as a private residence. You need to see from a distance. And you can follow the trail all the way into Guntersville to see how this county was involved in the Trail of Tears movement. Now, we are in the valley. We are between Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain. Up on Sand Mountain, which is where I live, was the land of the Cherokee Indians, a good deal of them. The local people came and settled this area in the 1800s, the whites did. They were terrified to go up on Sand Mountain because that was where the Indians lived, and it took a little bit longer for that area of land to be settled, but they had no problem, see, after they pushed the Indians out. And just a historical note, if some of you do not know all of the history, not all of the Indians had to go on the Trail of Tears. There are many caverns, hiding places on Sand Mountain. People were able to hide out in nooks and crannies of the mountain and not be discovered by the soldiers. So some of them were not actually forced out but continued to live in the area after everything died down. Some people were not so fortunate and had to come here. And this was horrible living conditions. There were not enough tents for all the people. They were sick. They didn't have enough clothes, shoes to provide for them. There wasn't enough wagons to help carry them on the trail. So this was just horrible, horrible conditions for these poor Native Americans. And so, guys, let's do Necrophonic app and see if anybody would speak to us today. We would like to speak to anybody, any presences or spirits here that would like to make their story known to everybody. You can speak into this device and we can hear you. Alright, I'm going to let you look at the chimney while I do the owl, and we'll see if any of the devices go off, if the K2 meter goes off, if the ball gets moved, and we'll see what happens. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak to me today?
Yes.
Are there any of the Native Americans here? Are there any of the soldiers that stationed? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Can you tell me how the conditions are like here? That was me clearing my throat. Can you tell me your name? Were you just a settler that lived here and not part of the Trail of Tears? Can you make my ball move in the chimney like you did last night? Can you make it light up? Do you see that black device over on the chimney? If you touch the antenna and touch it real hard, you can make big lights light up on it. Ooh. Ooh, that's creepy. device sitting up on that rock inside the chimney. If you want to touch that, put your energy on that, it'll light up different colors as well. Well, thank you to everybody who spoke to me. You must stay here and you cannot follow me. I wish you the best of peace. I wish you peace, love, and light where you are. Can you tell me goodbye? Okay, goodbye. Okay, everybody. I know this is going off, but it is cold. The wind is blowing. I believe it's just the temperature since they're going wild. I didn't see any of the actual lights go off, and I did not see my ball go off or my EMF. I wish I had that footage from last night where it did go off. That was amazing. Okay, guys, I thought we would take a look up inside this chimney. See what we can see. Whew, I may have to sit down on the chimney. Get a little dirty for you here. What do we see up in there? Wow, look at that. I love looking at chimneys. Okay, the last time I was here, there was a stone here and it's been moved. And I think that's what this is, because this stone was not here the last time I was here. See if we can get a good look without me continuing to get the camera light involved. Okay. Now last night I showed the inside of this well, and I'll continue to show that too, to see difference between night and day down here. I think you can see it a lot better with the night vision, I have to be honest with you. To do a little dowsing rod. Can you center for me, please? Are there any Cherokee Indian spirits here with us? If so, can you cross in front of me? Another wind's blowing, but it's actually doing a good job of staying steady. We do have a cross. Center for me, please. Oh, my hair's my face. Oh, let's reset, guys. Center for me, please. Are there any soldiers from the time of the Cherokee removal that are here with us today? If so, can you please cross the rods in front of me? See, that happened last night. Like, I got a stronger yes with the soldiers than I did the Native Americans. So I found that was very interesting. Okay, can you please recenter? Is General PAYNE with me here today? If so, can you cross the rods? Ooh. I got that last night as well. Amazing. Okay, can you center for me, please? General PAYNE, are you at peace in the afterlife? If so, can you cross the rods? If not, can you swing them back towards my shoulders? Ooh. Ooh, my goodness. He is not at peace. I am so sorry. Now, I want to say this. I know there's a lot of tension. I know there's a lot of things you may think. Everybody has their own personal opinion. I don't know. Of course, I didn't know Mr. PAYNE. On one hand, he could have disliked the Indians and enjoyed his job, but on the other hand, he was doing a job that he was ordered to do. He might not have liked having to do this. So I do not judge you, Mr. PAYNE, because I don't know anything about your life and only God can judge you. But I do pray that you do find peace, and I do pray that you will be able to go to the light and have your peace. Can you center? Mr. PAYNE, have you made peace with the Native Americans? If so, can you cross the rods? If not, swing them back towards my shoulders. I'm really getting kind of an indecisive, like he's not really one way or the other at this point. Center for me, please. Is Preacher John Huss the Native American that owned this cabin? Are you here with me today? If so, can you cross the rods? Oh, my bangs are getting in my eyeballs, tickling my eyes. I don't believe he's here. Can you center for me, please? Okay. Center for me. Put him back in the center. Are there any other soldiers here besides General PAYNE? If so, can you cross the rods? Definitely. That was pretty much a definite yes. Can you center for me, please? Have any of you found peace between yourselves and the Native Americans? If so, can you cross? If not, can you swing them back towards my shoulders? I'm not getting one or the other. So this remains a mystery, you guys. It really does. We just don't know what happens to us in the afterlife. Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Okay, I'm going to start over again with some of what I said. Oh my God. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to push my opinion on anybody. We don't know what happened here. We don't know what is going on in the spirit world with the people that are still associated with this site. But I pray peace and wellness for everybody. And hopefully everybody can eventually find peace on the other side here. But as far as the opinions that we all have, what's going on actually going on here, I leave that for this time up to you to decide. Now I'm fixing to show you a little bit of nighttime footage here before we go. I hope you enjoy the rest. Guys, I thought before we'd leave we'd do a little blue light. That is where the well is. not staying long because I figure people will come and ask me what I'm doing here and why I am shining lights. You're fixing to see my tripod. Somebody's coming around. Lights are coming on. It's just really dark here, guys. If you see anything, let me know. I know I'm going a little fast. Okay. Alright guys, I'm doing a little bit of a night vision walk around before we leave. Because it is getting very dark. So here's the well. It was uncovered in 2007. The 27-inch or foot deep well is in pristine condition and is an excellent example of stacked stone construction. Current research indicates a strong probability that the well was associated with the time period of the Cherokee removal. So here's where they've covered it up. Maybe you can see down in there. Can you see down in there? Look at all of that stuff. All those bricks all the way down there were stones. I think it was too because the stones look a lot like what the building looks like, you know. So that just shows like a little sample archaeological dig. There's a little trail walking this way. This tells about the route. Shows some of the wagons that they had. And it tells you a little bit about the way they went. If you see anything I don't, guys, in the video, let me know. A little bit right here. We come around here. Ooh, that fell in the hole. So as you can see, you can actually, if you look close, you can see the stop sign right there. It says Trail of Tears Historical Site. And that's how you will find this place if you come to this area. Okay guys, that is it for this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the history. And I hope we captured some good things on film. I can't wait to go home, listen to everything back, and see what we got. But until next time, I love you. Peace, guys. Stay safe.